Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to my channel. I look crazy right now, but today is an exciting day. I am going to be installing my starter locks. So yeah, if you want to see how this goes, keep on watching. Didn't know, I did recently do a video telling you guys that I was gonna lock my hair permanently and going into detail about why and how I arrived at this point. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out if you want to know like all of that information. But today is finally install day, so this is kind of like part 2. I did also film a video showing you guys how I prep my hair for the install, so watch that video as well if you're interested on how I prep my hair. I'll be starting my locks with 2-strand twists. So I'm gonna do standard like box parting. As far as the size goes, I don't want them too small, so I'm definitely not doing like micro locks, but I definitely don't want them too big because I still want to have, for real y'all, but I also don't want them too big because I do want to have some versatility. As I mentioned, I have heat damage here, but we are gonna show you guys how I work through all of that. I don't think I'm gonna talk too much in this video. I'm just gonna probably do like time-lapse style and allow you guys to see me work, but just keep in mind that I'm not a professional. This is going to be a learning process for me as well, which I'm excited for. I'm debating, like I've done my hair so many times, but so sometimes when I do like my box braids, I'll part my hair from ear to ear, then I'll fill out the back, I'll do a defined part in the middle, and then I'll do the sides. And then sometimes I'll just start at the nape of my hair and I'll just do rows, and then once I get to the top, I'll start around here and just bring the rows around. So I don't know if I want to part it down the middle or just start in the back doing rows. All right, let's get started. Alright, so I just wanted to jump in real quick and let you guys know the process. So my hair was damp, but it started to dry out, so I did go in and mist it with some water. And then as I do my 2-strand twists, I am twisting them clockwise. It's very important that you're mindful of the way that you're twisting it, so when it's time to go back and do your retwist down the line, everything is twisted in the same direction, and it's just going to make the process a lot easier. It's going to ensure that your locks are all locking cohesively. I did actually twist some of mine the wrong direction, which I had to redo, but I'll explain later in the video. And then after I finish the twist, I go ahead and twist it a couple of times at the root and then pin it in a clip just so that it stays put. And I'm also working from side to side, so I do a twist on my right side, then a twist on my left side, and then I work until I get to the middle. And that's just so that my install stays symmetrical and that I have, you know, an evenly distributed amount of twist on each side. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then I also used a couple of products, but I'll mention that later on in the video, so make sure you watch to the end because I do go into greater detail about everything that was used during this process. Now let's get back to the music. y'all. So this is what I have so far. I don't know how I feel about the size. Like I told you guys, I don't want them to be too small. I don't know, but some of these sections are looking a little too chunky. I don't know if I want to go smaller or not. Like, they don't look bad at all, but part of me kind of wants to go smaller. This one right here looks really chunky to me. And then my parting kind of got a little off right here. I don't know, y'all. I think I'm gonna let it be for now. Sit on it for a little bit. I'm gonna continue to do my head, and then I feel like once I'm done, if I feel like I need to go and redo some of the sections in the back, then I'll do that. All right, you guys, so I am here with the final look. It's actually been about 4 or 5 days since the last clip that you saw, and here is what we have. So this process ended up being a lot harder and tedious than I had expected. You guys know I do my hair all the time. I braid my hair all the time. I do all kind of hairstyles. So I was expecting to go into this process, twist my hair up real quick, and be done in like an hour, and that was not the case. I ended up having to start over 2 times. So as you guys seen in the previous clip, the first time I started out, they were too big. But I didn't mind the size of the twist at the time, but I didn't like the parting or the plaits. I felt like the plaits were too big and I just wanted it to be a little fuller. So I went in and redid the size, and I am very happy with the size that I ended up with. So after I got the sizing right, I got my hair finished, everything was cool, and then like a day or so later, I was laying in bed planning my hair, and I realized that some of the twists in the front were twisted the wrong direction. So I had to go in and make revisions. So I didn't have to start completely over the second time, but I did have to go in and redo a lot of twists. While that was annoying, I'm happy I took my time over the course of like 3 or 4 days to do it, because at least I know I'm gonna be good in the long run. I would have hated to keep that size and then like months down the line I decide I don't even like that size, or I would have hated to not go in and fix those twists that were going the wrong direction, and then later when it comes to retwisting, it's causing more headache for myself. So even though it was a process, I am happy with the final results. So I have a total of 80 locks. I think that's the perfect amount. The sizing is perfect. The fullness is perfect. I was kind of like stressing myself out a bit installing them because I was being real anal about like my parts. Y'all know I braid my hair all the time. I usually like really crisp parts, and I kept reparting and I had to just kind of tell myself like to chill out, because my hair is about to go through a huge transformation, and these parts, they already frizzing out. So I'm like, girl. But all in all, I am happy. I've pretty much been styling it like this, with this little bun and this little bayang hanging in the front to the side. I mean, I've pretty much been in the house also all week, so this is the first day I actually like put on makeup and stuff and put myself together. I'm probably gonna go to the beauty supply today and purchase me some Marley hair. I did a mini twist video a couple of months ago, and I showed you guys how like I attached the Marley hair at the top just to make my bun fuller. So I am gonna go buy some Marley hair just so I can test my creativity and see like what kind of styles I can do in this infancy phase, so I don't get like too bored or too discouraged. I'm also gonna probably go pick me up some rose water today, because you know I can't use conditioner, I can't use like any kind of leave-in sprays, because normally those products are meant for detangling, and I want the opposite to happen. I want my hair to tangle. So I'm going to go get me some rose water, because I hear that rose water is good for moisturizing. And speaking of products, I know that products aren't really recommended for locking your hair just because of potential buildup. However, I did use 2 products when installing these. I don't know if I'll continue to use products like for my retwist down the road. So the first product I was using was this Kikkobi Superfood Whipped Hair Butter. I reviewed this brand. They make like natural hair products, and so this is a whipped hair butter that I use to kind of twist my hair, so at least my twist can look a little juicy and healthy in this beginning stage. So I used this, and then I had ordered some products from Napstar. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her. She is a loctician. I follow her Instagram page. I believe she's based in like New York, but she sells her own products, does locks, she does lock extensions, and she also sells lock extensions. She sells hair, like for your lock extensions. She does all of that. So I did purchase some products from her. So I purchased her retwist gel. Originally I bought this because I wanted to use it for my retwist, but I ended up also using it to test it out on this initial set. It's like a gel, but it's not like super tacky like a gel. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a gel, but it has a little move. I don't know, it's an interesting little texture. I will say that it does make the hair get kind of firm and hard and stiff like a gel. But when I went back to retwist some of the twists in the front, I noticed that I didn't have any flakes. I was like, maybe this is something I can see myself using down the road. We'll see how this holds up. And then I told you guys that I have heat damage in the front of my hair, so I also purchased like this human hair, like this kinky human hair from Napstar's website, because I guess it's the kind of hair they use for lock repairs as well as their lock extensions. So I bought some of that, and this, I don't know, it was okay. It's advertised as human hair, but the hair was very like kind of rough in my opinion, and it felt a little bit on the synthetic side. But I know that they do use this for long-term wear, so I don't know, I wasn't crazy about this. I did end up using it in a few twists. So like this one, I used a piece of it. I wanted to use it to kind of fill out my heat damage parts, so I did use it in a few places. We'll see how it holds up. You can kind of tell the difference in the color. So like on this part, I fed it in. On these two is just the heat damage areas without it. So yeah, I thought my heat damage twist would look worse than this, but they don't look too bad. My ends are definitely straight and straighter than like other pieces, but I don't know, it's not too bad. Like I said, if I have to trim at it down the road, then I'll do that, but for now, you know, I think it's okay. This is still to be determined. Speaking of wash, we're gonna move on to maintenance. So in my why I'm locking my hair video, I asked you guys whether you maintain your hair at home or whether you see a professional. I was debating on which one I wanted to do. Well, I did my own set of starter locks first of all. So I decided that I am going to maintain my hair at home for the first couple of months, at least for the rest of the year for sure. At the beginning of next year, I'll probably look into going to see a professional. And the reason I decided I wanted to maintain my locks at home for the first couple of months is just because this is not true for all cases, but I do know that some people, you know, they go to a professional to get their starter locks installed, and then like after a week or two, once they do their first wash, you know, regardless of if they do like coils or twists, you know, some of their twists may come undone, some of their coils may come undone, and that's not necessarily the fault of the loctician, just the overall process with locking your hair. If your hair has been loose for X amount of years, it's going to take a while to get used to being a certain way. And so I personally didn't want to spend money at a hair shop to get my starter locks installed just for me to do my first wash and have to deal with like untwisting and stuff. Not saying that would have happened, but it is a potential outcome. In a few months, once my hair starts to tangle up and stuff a little more and my locks become a little more secure, then I'll revisit seeing a professional. It's definitely to get some of my parts and stuff cleaned up. But yeah, I just didn't feel like it was necessary for me to go to a shop to do my initial twist, because I know how to twist my hair myself, and yeah, I just felt like I would have been wasting money. So like I said, I'm going to be maintaining at home for the first few months, and I've been trying to think of like a regimen. In general, I wash my hair like every 2 to 3 weeks, so I think I'm going to stay on that timeline, and then I plan on doing my first retwist at 6 weeks. So whew, that's going to be hard for me, y'all, because yeah, I am super excited about this journey. I was definitely kind of nervous. I'm still getting used to it. Like, I think I look cute, but this is just a different style for me. Yeah, but all in all, I'm excited about the journey. I think my twists look good. I'm happy my hair was already colored because it gave me a little razzle dazzle during this infancy stage. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys stay tuned for this journey. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Snatched by Sharmel, and I will see you guys in my next video.